listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett Land and all of my friends around the world. It's a rainy day here in Georgia. 53 degrees, going up to a high of 66 with a chance of thunderstorms. So it is going to be a nasty day today. Yes, we're almost there to Thanksgiving. The weather sucks. I got to take a 3-hour trip tomorrow. And I don't like driving in the rain. My husband is already saying he doesn't feel well. So that means there will be no driving from him. My brother said he's thinking about driving his own car. So there's no driving from him. So I don't know. You know, part of me want to go because I told my aunt I was coming, but the other part of me just wants to stay home for real. Like, because I just feel like as much as I want to go, I don't know. Anyway, it's a rainy day here in Georgia. And, yeah, that's where I am with it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Yes. Today is Talk Business Tuesday, so be sure to stick around because, listen, I got a lot to talk about. And the things I have to talk about is pertaining to us as business owners, especially when you're thinking about growing your business and creating a board and all that kind of stuff. Some interesting things have happened over the last, I'm going to say 4 days with ChatGPT's founder, OpenAI. Y'all know I love OpenAI. I love ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT for me and artificial intelligence is just changing the way we do things in a good way. But apparently there's some other stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about or that we haven't been privy to. Up until now, there's been some speculations about what happened with the firing of Sam Altman from OpenAI. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, what's interesting about that, I got a couple of things I want to talk about. One thing I want to talk about, we're going to do it after the horoscopes, is who really owns your business when you as a founder? That's a good question, right? The other thing I want to talk about is building your business on rented land. Oh my God. So that right there, I'm telling you, that has sent me into a tizzy of stressful thinking because I was working on projects that was built on top of ChatGPT. And here it is, ChatGPT may no longer be. And it's crazy because it happened so fast. So I'm going to talk about all of that today because it's a scary place to be. And I'm sure a lot of businesses right now, 5,000 or more to be exact, who have built their platforms on top of the ChatGPT platform, APIs, they're probably losing their mind right now because their whole businesses are probably about to crash. And it's a very scary place to be. So you stick around. We got a lot to talk about, who really owns your business. And also, what happens when you build your business on top of somebody else's platform? That's a good question. All right, today is Tuesday, November the 21st. It's also National Entrepreneurs Day. Shout out to all the entrepreneurs out there, baby. Hey, listen. Hello, my compadres. What's the girl say? Shalom, konnichiwa, hello, hola, all of that. Yes, all of the entrepreneurs out there. It's also National Stuffing Day. I wonder why they didn't make that like Thursday. World Television Day. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Someone skipped that. False Confession Day. National Dentist Day. So shout out to all the fellas with the name Dentist. I was about to say dentist. National Gingerbread Cookie Day. Never liked gingerbread cookies, y'all. Never liked them. Red Mitten Day. World Fisheries Day. World Hello Day. Hello, hola, konnichiwa, shalom. Amanda Ashley Mertz's birthday. Bridgert's birthday. Brie Bella's birthday. Happy birthday, y'all. Cameron Eubanks' birthday. Carlton Martin's birthday. Happy birthday, Carlton. Colleen Bellinger's birthday. Bollinger's. Happy birthday, Colleen. Connor Maynard's birthday. Happy birthday, Connor. DeVito's birthday. Happy birthday, DeVito's. Goldie Hawn's birthday. Happy birthday, darling. Goldie Hawn been around for a long time, y'all. Grant Thompson's birthday. Happy birthday, Grant. Hunter Hill's birthday. Happy birthday, Hunter. Johnny Dang's birthday. Happy birthday, Johnny. Kyle Koo's birthday. Happy birthday, Kyle. Kenzo Hart. Happy birthday, Kenzo Hart. Kenzo Hart is adorable, y'all. He is adorable. Look like he's about a year old. Just as cute as he want to be. Ken Griffey Jr.'s birthday. Happy birthday, Ken. Marlo Thomas' birthday. Happy birthday, Marlo Thomas. Marvin Cortez's birthday. So Marlo Thomas played in a show when I was a little girl called That Girl. I remember watching that show. I used to love that girl. I don't know why I loved it. It's funny. I used to love all them shows back then. Marvin Cortez's birthday, happy birthday, Marvin. Michael Strahan's birthday, happy birthday, Michael Strahan. Moose's birthday, happy birthday, Moose. Nikki Bella's birthday, happy birthday, Nikki. Risa Dressler's birthday, happy birthday, Risa. Robin Hood Gamer's birthday, happy birthday, Robin Hood Gamer. Stan Mazel's birthday, Muzel's birthday, happy birthday, and Voltaire's birthday. Happy birthday. Those are your birthdays and national days for the day. We're going to keep this train rolling so I can get on with these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Dawson for Tuesday, November the 21st. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You will find it easy to learn and excel. You may find yourself interested in more than one person. Any contributions you make to organizations will enhance your reputation and bring you offers. All right, look, Aries. You could find yourself interested in more than one person. Here's a problem with that. Why set yourself up for failure? I get it. We're people, we have attractions. But do you want something long term, or are you just looking for a sling? A sling. If you're just looking for a fling, right? That's hilarious. A sling. Yeah, I know the Sling TV thing. Or are you just looking for a fling? If you know you're looking for something long term, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be dating other people, but definitely don't string people along, and don't put people in your web of nonsense if you know that your intentions are not pure. That's all I'm saying. Taurus, uncertainties about your home may cause tension. Disputes may start because of lack of honesty. Don't let your mate bully you into thinking that you owe them your time and your life. You don't owe anybody your time or your life, Taurus. It's yours. It's your life. It's your time. How you choose to live them and spend them is up to you. So even though you have a partner, does not mean they have the right to tell you what to do with your time and your life. It's your time and life. It is what it is. Gemini, you should consider getting your whole family involved in a home project. Overindulgence may cause conflicts. Think twice before you volunteer information. Think twice. Sometimes you just need to stop and think for a second. I've learned to stop and listen more. I'm a good listener. I'm a great listener. That's my gift. I'm what's called a clairaudient, which means I hear. I'm a hearer, right? You got people that can see. You got people that can feel. You got people that, it's another one. I can never remember the other one. It's hear, see, feel. It's a fourth one. I'm the hearer, like I hear. Like I'm a hearer, so I can hear what people not saying when they're talking. So I tend to listen very well. However, over the last probably 4 or 5 months, I've learned to just not say anything, just listen. And I'm learning that even more because a lot of times people don't really want your opinion. They just want to get stuff off their chest. They don't want your advice for real, right? They just want to get stuff off their chest. So for real, you have to decide whether or not you want to be a dumping ground and just listen. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm a dumping ground and all I do is shut my mouth and listen. Whew. Listen, I'm still kind of sick, y'all, so I'm like out of breath just talking. All right, Cancer, you will encounter those who can help you further your goals if you attend functions that attract prominent people. Changes in your home environment are likely. You'll be an emotional basket case today. Don't take any comments too seriously. All right, Cancer, you're going to be an emotional basket case. I hate to hear that for you. I really do. Here's what I will say, though. Light a candle, sit down, be quiet, and be still. If you know that you're an emotional basket, get a grip on yourself. Just sit down for a minute. Light you a candle. Sit down in a quiet place. Reflect on what's good. Be grateful for what you have. And think about solutions to the problems. Don't think about the problem. Think about the solution to the problem. Okay? That's going to help you so much today, Cancer. So much. Leo, take time to reevaluate your motives regarding friendships. Be discreet and don't reveal any personal information. Unexpected bills will be impossible to pay. All right, listen, be discreet. Keep your mouth shut today, Leo. Loose lips sink ships. If you don't want people to know about it, don't say nothing. It's your personal information. Keep it to yourself. That's all. And the way to do that is not to say anything. If you start running your mouth and flipping your gums, guess what? You're gonna let it leak out, and then it's out. Once it's out, you can't take it back. All right. Virgo, rid yourself of that which is old and no longer of use. You are best at looking to investments that will grow in value over an extended period of time. Attend to things that you should have done yesterday. Listen, get rid of all the clutter in your house, Virgo. If it has not served you over the last year, it probably won't serve you. Trash it. I know you want to hoard everything. Trash that stuff. It's not serving you. It's clutter. It's in the way of things that could come into your life, but you can't get rid of the clutter. Trash it. And then get you something new. Make room for some new. It's about to be a new year. Clear out your house. Listen, I just told my uncle I want all new furniture downstairs. That's what I want. I'm not even that kind of person, but I was like, I want all new furniture downstairs. And that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get me a new living room set. I'm going to get me a new kitchenette set. I'm going to get new curtains. I'm excited about that. I want all new stuff. I want new pictures. I want to decorate real pretty. They got to get all the junk out the living room. Not the living room, out the kitchen. The stuff that's just sitting around. I'm not a hoarder like that. I'm not a pack rat. So, yeah, get rid of this stuff, Virgo. All right? All right. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies. And stay tuned. Welcome back. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies for today, Tuesday, November the 21st. And we're going to pick that thing up with Libra. You will be able to get to the bottom of things today. You must try to lay your cards on the table. Talk to your mate and tell them how you feel. Promote your ideas now. All right, so listen, they can't read your mind, Libra. You're going to have to talk it through. I know that's a lot, but some of you, it's just a lot. Not for Libras, though. Well, let me say this. For the men Libra. The men Libra that I know have no problem talking. They don't. My brother's a Libra, and he's going to say what's on his mind. I remember when we were kids, I think he was like in the 7th or the 8th grade. Yeah, I think he was in the 7th grade. I remember what was weird. We went to two separate junior high schools. Like I went to one junior high because I was in the 8th grade. And then he went to another junior high because he was in the 7th grade. So we went to two different schools, which was weird because the school that I went to didn't have 7. No, that's not true. We went to the same school at one time, so it had to be 7th and 8th grade. 8th grade, I think he went to a different school because the school that I went to in the 8th grade, they closed the school down, so he had to go to the other school in the 8th grade. But anyway, he went to that school. I was in high school by then because we only a year apart. And I remember his teacher calling my mom and saying, look, he is a good kid. He just talks too much. Hilarious. My mother went into school. She's like, you got to stop talking so much. And my brother was like the leader. He was like the president or something and something. It was so funny, y'all. So I said all that to say that the male leavers, they don't have a problem talking. I'm not sure about the female. They're a little weird. All the female leavers that I know, they're a little bit on the weird side. They don't talk. They're not, they seem like they like you, but they really don't like you. Like, and I know about 3 of them, 3 or 4 Libra women. They smile in your face. They seem like you, but they really don't like you. And that's anybody. Like, I've heard so many crazy stories about them. So anyway, say what you got to say today, Libra. Get it off your chest. Yeah. Put your cards on the table. Scorpio, get involved in fitness programs that will bring you in contact with new friends. Don't let jealous friends put you down, making you insecure about your capabilities. Don't overspend on items for your home. Good luck with that one, because that's what I'm about to do. All right, Scorpio, here's the thing. I'm terrible at recognizing jealous friends. Awful. I'm just not that person. I can never see it until it slaps me dead smack in my face. My mom used to be really good at that, and she used to always point it out to me. And I'll be like, nah, that's not, I don't believe that's not true. I'm always trying to defend. And by the time she get finished pointing it out, it shows up. She will always see it. I'm terrible at that. But I said all that to say, Scorpio, you got people around you sometimes who are jealous. They're jealous and they're envious of where you're trying to go. And when you figure out who those people are, cut them loose. You don't need that negative energy in your circle. You really don't. They're trying to make you feel bad about who you are and your capabilities because they're insecure. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to pass that on to you, project that onto you. So when you realize, I hope you're not like me because I miss it most of the time until it's too late. That's just something I'm just not. I want to see the good in everybody. So the ugly, when it shows up, it breaks my heart most of the time because by that time I'm too invested into the person. And then I feel like crap, like, well, I wish I had seen that coming. So my way of protecting myself now is keeping my little circle very tight. Like, yeah, everybody can't come in. Sorry. There is no going out. We're not doing nothing. We're not going anywhere together. We're not even breaking bread for real, unless it's at a business event. Yeah, because I just realized you got people that are just nuts. And so I'm not good at recognizing that, Scorpio. If you see that somebody around you just seems to be a little bit jealous, they always got something negative to say, they always trying to put you down to make you feel bad, dump them. That's all I'm saying. Dump them before they dump you. Or dump them before they make you feel like you're not worth anything. Because some people, yeah. I never could see it. My mom could see it very well. And my daughter's good like that too, though. My daughter can see stuff. She points it out to me. When she points it out, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Now, I have defended some people that she's pointing out some things to about. And she was like, yeah, I'm not feeling that one. And this is why. And so I'm defending them again. No, this is why, blah, blah, blah. And lo and behold, I got a knife stuck in my back. I'm just saying. So after that last knife got stuck in my back, I'm so good on not letting people into my space. I'm telling y'all, I'm so good on that. Like, I have made peace with that. I cannot, So anyway, Sagittarius, be sure to catch up on overdue correspondence and help those you love find solutions to their dilemmas. You will be attracted to unusual forms of entertainment and foreign cultures. Secret affairs may be brought up in the open. What they do in the dark come to the light. Sagittarius, that secret affair you've been having, it's about to show itself. Yeah, here's the thing. It was a secret. That's why it's a problem. Now it's about to show itself. Because if it wasn't a problem, it wouldn't have been a secret. You would have just been, because for some reason you kept it a secret for a reason. Now it's about to show up. It's about to come to the light Ooh, child. I'm praying for you, Sagittarius. Capricorn, if you keep busy, you won't feel the personal pressures you're going through. Confusion regarding the other person's money and joint ventures will come to a head. Your accomplishments could exceed your expectations if you mix a little business with pleasure. All right. Mix a little business with pleasure. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Confusion regarding other people's money and joint ventures will come to a head. Oh, my God. So I don't know what that means, but here's the thing. If you're using other people's money, Capricorn, please let them know that there's a risk that they won't get it back. They need to know that before they put it in your hand. Don't get the money and then say it's a risk. Let them know it's a risk right out the gate so they'll know whether or not they want to put the money in your hand. That way you can avoid problems. Like, look, sign up. When I first got money from people, I did a promissory note. I also let them know that this was a risk. I paid people back, which I was so excited about that. I paid them back because I wanted them I wanted to be a person of my word, even though I knew it was a risk. Even though they knew it was a risk, I paid people back. So I was excited about that. So let people know that there's a risk. Aquarius, social functions will bring you in touch with new lovers. You'll be able to work with fine detail today. You need to spend some time reflecting on past experiences and involvement. All right, listen, it's the year, this the season of reflection right here. Everybody's going to be on vacation tomorrow for at least 3 or 4 days. Take a minute after you eat all the turkey and stuff and you can stuff into your face and just reflect on the past 11 months. What have you been doing? And then what do you feel like you need to be doing in the next 11 months or 12 months? Do some reflection, Aquarius. It is the time. Just sit still quietly and reflect. All right? All right. All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you have to be careful not to fall into traps set by jealous colleagues. Oh, here we go. You may want to take a trip. However, before you do, make sure that your car is serviced properly. Oh, Lord, this is not a good one for me. Don't make any drastic changes or begin any new projects today. All right, I feel that one. Like, I ain't trying to start nothing new. Now, this jealous colleagues part, I just told you I'm not good at identifying the people. I'm not. Now I got to watch my back all day. I got to watch out who's telling me what and who's trying to lure me into something. I'm not good at that. You know, I might have to get my daughter on the case. Like, listen, help me snoop this one out. I'm not good at, because I want to see the good in everybody. So when they have ill intentions towards me, now the thing about it is they do show themselves. Like, eventually it shows up. But I probably need to see it before it shows up, which I'm not good at. Because I want to see the good in everybody. So the little jealous things that they got going on in the background, I'm not paying attention to because I'm looking at the good. And then the jealous part is back there. They brewing up a potion to get me. Yeah. Well, fish, I don't know about you. I'm going to keep my eyes open today. I'm not going to walk through with my eyes wide shut. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep my eyes open and see who's trying to make me fall into a trap. Yeah. In the meantime, I'm taking the trip. I'm not driving my car. My car is in good shape. We driving my husband's car. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, so the stars are telling me to make sure the car is serviced properly before we get on the road. Ooh, Lord. That's a big one. That's a big one. I'm not making any drastic changes today. I'm not starting any new projects today. I'm just going to kind of chill out today. All right? All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiza. I'm going to go to a song. Today is Talk Business Tuesday, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about what's going on in your business. Do you really own your business if you have a board? I got a lot to talk about on that subject. Stick around. I'll be right back after this song.
East Coast, always in me, Commonwealth, Lil Joe, getting love from my city, yeah. I roll call for the DMV, in my own lane, you could still ride with me, yeah.
Lord knows I made mistakes.
You want in, but it's too late.
I don't need your support, just to know I'm important.
But I won't ever sell myself short, cause I know you see me on the come up. Big girl with big dreams and big drip. Talk is cheap, but please dare me to run up. I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Talk a good game. those thongs, but targets I don't ever miss. They wanna know.
Scared to be me.
Let me give you this game for free. No, you see me on the come up. Big girl with big dreams and big drip. Talk is cheap, but please dare me to run up. I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Talk a good game, I'm an alphabet. Even on my worst days, still an alphabet. Standing next to me, you gotta be an alphabet. 8 ball in your pocket, I'm your alphabet. Yeah, alphabet, baby.
Welcome back. This is the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, and today is Talk Business Tuesday. And I gotta tell y'all, the reason my topic today is who really owns your business if you have a board. Now, what prompted me to talk about this topic was a couple of things. Well, the first thing was over the weekend, I'm laying in the bed like late at night watching YouTube because that's what I do, right? So YouTube is my channel at night. And there's a pop-up pops up in one of my tech, because I watch a lot of tech stuff. Pops up in one of my tech videos. It says Sam Altman has been fired. So for those of you who don't know, Sam Altman is one of the founders of OpenAI, which is the company that created ChatGPT. So y'all know I love ChatGPT. I literally just like the day before he got fired, bought like 2 days before he got fired, bought the ChatGPT Plus, literally, because they have DALL-E 3 included where you can create pictures directly inside of ChatGPT, which I absolutely love that, right? So I'm all excited about the new and I created all these GPTs on the platform. So they got now this new thing where you can create your own GPTs, and I'm excited about that because I created 7 GPTs of my own that were supposed to be inside of the ChatGPT store. So I was excited about that. All this happened like in the last 4 or 5 days, literally. So I'm excited about that. I got my GPTs going. I got my Plus program, all of this stuff. And then they fired the freaking founder. And I'm like, what? What do you mean so they fires the founder. The board decided that they wanted to fire the founder. He had no idea anything was wrong. Well, I'm not going to say that. He didn't know he was being fired. So they called him on the phone. They said, hey, listen, we need to talk to you tomorrow at 12:30. He said, okay, great. He gets on the call and they fire him. Then they call the second man in charge, the other co-founder, and say, look, we're not firing you, but we're going to put you off the board. You can still stay in the company. He quits. He's like, no, you're not going to put me down and tell me I can still stay on. So his name is Greg. Greg quit. Then after Greg quit, a whole bunch of all of the top scientists that's creating ChatGPT and AGI decide they're going to quit because they don't know what the heck is going on. And so now you got this whole thing that's transpired over the weekend, and they're in meetings all weekend trying to so they fire Sam, and then we get a message like later on that night that said they hired him back. Then we get a message like Sunday saying Microsoft has hired him, and bringing that, and everybody can come with it has been nuts. But I said all that to say, this is what happens when you have a board and you're not protected as an owner. Because a lot of time, now, mind you, if you're a small business, you don't have a board, right? You don't have a board. They don't have any stake into your business. You don't have one. There's no shareholders, none of that kind of stuff. So you're okay because it's just you. But when you start to bring on a board in your organization, you could easily lose your seat in that board. Now, what's interesting is, I know for a nonprofit, nobody owns a nonprofit. Even though you start a nonprofit, you don't own it. When you start your business, you're probably on it as the owner, founder, and CEO. Your name says owner. You're the owner. Nonprofits, you're not. It's owned by the public. Private businesses, you are the owner. However, if you bring on a board who are allowed to vote you out of your company because of the shareholders, the amount of shares that you hold or don't hold, that can become a problem. So Sam and his friends started this company 7 years ago. They were doing some amazing things, but then they got fired. And people have been trying to figure out, well, why did they get fired? Because the message was, well, they got fired because they're really trying to advance AGI too quickly. So AGI is artificial general intelligence, which means that they're creating a artificial intelligence right now that's so smart that it can actually physically do things for people. Which means if that happens, yeah, people are gonna start to be replaced in certain jobs, like literally, because now the robots can be programmed with this artificial general intelligence that make them think like human beings, which is scary. So we were like, oh my God, what's wrong with them? Are they being irresponsible with the technology? So all of us in the tech world have been speculating all weekend about what actually happened. It was this morning where I saw something that said, okay, that makes sense. So if you are thinking about having a board, you want to figure out how to make sure that you are protected as a founder of that company. Now, what's interesting is Sam and Greg and all these guys. So the guy who, one of the founders, his name was Ilya. They were saying they staged a coup. I'm not saying this. Allegedly, this is what people are saying in the streets, that a coup was staged. They got him out. But then over the last 48 hours, Ilya has said, I'm so sorry for voting with the board to get Sam out of here. I want him back. He's so sorry. They signed a petition. There's a petition going around right now with 700 of the 750 employees for OpenAI said, if you don't step down as a board and bring them back, we're going to all leave and go to Microsoft. Now, let me just say this. There's power behind being genius. Let me say that one more time because somebody missed it. There's power behind being genius. So Sam Altman and his team has grown a company to $90 billion in 11 months. That's huge. They have over 100 million users that happened probably in 90 days. That's huge. So why would you fire the person that's driving the growth of the company in a positive direction? We don't know. Well, we didn't know. Now there's some clues as to what may have happened. Anyway, if you're thinking about having a board, you want to make sure that you are protected. You want to make sure that there are bylaws that's going to protect you as a founder of your organization. Now, depending on how much money you take, depending on, it's really intricate. What I will tell you is that if you're trying to go down that path, you need to have good legal representation, like good, because this is a slippery slope. And if you don't know how to navigate it, you will slide right down to the mother freaking bottom. You hear what I'm saying? Now, fortunately for Sam and the people over that left OpenAI, they are just talented people who can go anywhere and do anything. But what does that mean for people like us who have started to fall in love with ChatGPT? Because I love ChatGPT. I use Bard, I've used Claude, I've used Bing. ChatGPT is it for me. That's the one I love the most because for me, it was the simplest to use. It was the fastest to use. It gave me the best answers when I asked it. So it was my platform. But now it may all go up in smoke and just go away. And so that's crazy. So when you think about getting a board, and yes, you want to have people that you can run things by, people that's going to support the vision and things like that. The problem is you have to understand that one, you need to have clear lines of communication. That's one thing. You got to have real clear lines of communication, because they were saying stuff like, oh, he wasn't communicating effectively. Like, that's not a reason, in my opinion, to oust the founder. Like, that's just my opinion. That's not a reason. But clear lines of communication. And I think the sad thing too, remember I just said earlier, is that I can't recognize jealous people, right? I can't recognize, like I just, because I'm always looking for the good in people. So I normally miss people who are jealous, envious, and got their own crazy agenda for why they want to be in my circle. I miss that because I'm looking for the good in people. And so I miss that whole, the intentions are bad. They're self-serving, they're self-centered, they're egotistical, they're narcissists. I miss all of that, right? Unless it's like blatant. Normally 9 times out of 10, I miss it. You don't know who you're putting on your board. You only can go by what you see. But I think that you need to do a huge investigation. Now, the people that's on this board probably had good intentions. So here's what we found out later, just today. There's a board member that sits on the board who has started building its house on the ChatGPT Foundation. Follow me, because that brings me to the second part of what I want to talk about. There's a board member, and this should have been a conflict. There's a board member who has started building its house on ChatGPT Foundation, right? Then Sam and the team said, we're going to build this same thing inside of ChatGPT. And because that's what they said and that's what they've done, which is what they did, they built GPTs. They made it possible for you and I to go inside of ChatGPT and create our own custom GPTs. I have 7 of them that I've created. They saying that the person who was building this land on ChatGPT was pissed at Sam because they felt like they had put millions into a company that ChatGPT and Sam just totally destroyed because they built it. They built exactly what they were building inside of ChatGPT for people to use. So now millions have been built on top of a platform that you did not own. And because you did not own it, the owner decided we want to do something very similar and we're going to build this inside of our platforms for our users to use. And because of that, they're saying, allegedly, that board member set out to destroy Sam and ChatGPT because he was mad. Because the way Sam did it, he opened up the chat. He's opening up the ChatGPT store, which is supposed to open the end of this month. And that's why I was putting all my GPTs in place so they can be in the ChatGPT store. And the person that built their house on this land did the exact same thing. They had a store. So you can go into their store, create your own GPT, and put it in their store. Well, now it's built into ChatGPT. Who's going to go to that store that just spent millions of dollars? So that brings me to my next point. We just talked about having a board. Get a good legal team before you do that to make sure you understand what the legal ramifications are as a founder with a board and what happens to your company and to you as a founder if your board decides that, you know what, we don't want you no more. That happened to Steve Jobs, remember? You may not remember this. You got to follow tech. Steve got voted out by the board. But the people at Apple didn't say, you know what, we all leaving. Steve was a genius in his own right. And he took Apple to the next level. But the board didn't like the way he was doing things and they voted him out. And he sat out for about a year, I think. But then they realized we can't do it without him and they brought him back and he went back and he stayed there until he passed away. Sam, on the other hand, had options. Because Microsoft had a 49% stake in OpenAI, and they weren't even in the loop about what happened. They were like, what's going on over there? We just invested all this billions of dollars in this OpenAI. You guys are firing the man who's driving the company. So they said, you know what? That's okay. Sam, you and your people come on over here and we're going to open up a whole new division that you can run and run it like you want to run it. All right. So Sam got options. Now, for those of you out there right this second, listen to the sound of my voice, and you're trying to figure out your business, right? You have a business, you built it on top of Amazon. You have a business, you built it on top of, not Amazon, you built it on top of Instagram. It's built on top of Facebook. It's built on top of Twitter. It's built on top of LinkedIn. It's built on top of all these platforms that you don't own. And the company decides it's going to go bust. What do you do? Because your house is built on rented land. That guy is probably so pissed off because he's dumped millions and he has the wherewithal to do it. That's why he's sitting on the board. He's dumped millions into this platform that looks amazing. And then Sam comes along and says, you know what? We're going to do the same thing inside of ChatGPT, which totally kills his business. Now, when you build on top of rented land, there's always the chance you run the risk of your company becoming obsolete because of somebody else's decision to make a move that does not help yours. And I give you a prime example. Good Morning Gwinnett is my show. I've been doing it now for 5 years. December the 10th will be 5 years. I do a blog every day about what I'm talking about mostly. I put all this content on the website after I do the podcast. And Google decides, and everything about blogging is SEO, 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 backlinks, SEO. That's what you hear in the blog world, right? So over here, I got all these SEO tools embedded inside my website, so I can know if I got the right title. I can know if I got the right keywords. I can know if I got the right metadata, the right meta description, the right tags, the right this, all of these things. Right? And then Google comes along and say, yeah, we don't like your content. And they wipe all your links. They wipe all of your index pages out the system. That you just did all of this work to get inside of the system. Why? Because you don't own the foundation that your land is built on. So in the blog world right now, people are losing their mind too, because they got all this content out there in the world. And Google comes along and says, we don't like the way this look. We don't like the way it's rolling. We don't like this. We don't like that. And they change everything about Google. But because we're all built on a Google system of backlinks and SEO, we're screwed. Now, do you show up in Bing and all those other engines? Probably so. But Google is the number one search engine. So if you're not showing up in Google, probably 9 times out of 10, it's going to be really hard to be found. So I'm here pulling my hair out over the last 3 days about, okay, Audrey, because I was all in on ChatGPT. I'm building ChatGPTs and GPTs inside of the platform. Now I'm trying to take it off the platform and put some on the website. I got all because it's amazing technology. Only for them to fire their CEO. And I was about to build my land. Now I'm even skeptical about using other services that even mention AI, because I know in my heart that they're built on. Most of them are built on the ChatGPT platform. So I can't even get excited about companies that I've looked at working with who have AI built into their platform, because 9 times out of 10 it's built on the platform of ChatGPT, which is owned by OpenAI, which right now is in some very uncertain times, and we don't even know if it's going to stay around to survive. So I'm not even excited about that right now. So I want you to think about, where are you building your foundation? What land are you on? Do you own that land, or is it owned by somebody else? Can they come along and say, I want to burn the mother effing trees down on the land? And what happens to your tree? Because it's sitting on the land. You got to think about these things. And I'm telling y'all, you put in a lot of work, blood, sweat, and tears, and then somebody comes along and they decide that they want to. And I give you another prime example. For years, I had my website on Weebly. Years, I had my website on Weebly. And I loved Weebly. I thought it was one of the most easiest platforms to build a website on. It was so simple, y'all. Like, I used to go in there and just make things. Now, I'm a WordPress. I can develop on WordPress, which I do now. I've been doing WordPress development for a long time. But Weebly, to me, was way simpler. Right? And I love Weebly. But here's what happened. Weebly got bought out by Squarespace. And they changed how you go in there and you make change. So I'm trying to go onto my site and do things, and all these things popping up, and I'm like, what is going on here? Well, that was me not building my house on my own foundation. I built it on Weebly, and then Weebly decided they wanted to sell to Square, and Square was like, we don't want to be in that business no more. We want to be over here in the e-commerce business, which is where they are. Well, I'm not in e-commerce. I'm in blogging and information creation. And content creation. That's the industry I'm in. So now my site is not working right. And then eventually last year, my site completely crashed. Like, crashed and burned. I couldn't get it back. And I'm like, what's wrong with my site? Could not get it back. Completely crashed. I had to start all over new. Guess what I did? I started to build my site on WordPress. And now it's built on WordPress. And that's my own foundation. The only thing about that is that Google is still the number one search engine. So anytime Google decides it wants to change how it does things as far as it pertains to bloggers and content creators on the blog, we're at the mercy of Google. So I'm trying to figure out how to get around that. Like, I got to figure out, in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, how do I get around everything that's going on in my business and these platforms that we're relying on so heavily to help us drive business. How do we get around these things? And that's what you have to think about. You have to think about that. Before you get a board, do you need a board? Can you trust your board? And then after you before you even get to that point of board, where are you building your house? Is it on sand? Is it on hay? Is it on a solid foundation that you own? Is it on concrete? You have to determine these things. And I'm just looking at what's happening in the world right now. If Shopify decided they want to sell to Amazon and Amazon said, we don't like Shopify, we're going to shut the whole thing down, you're screwed. Now, would that likely happen? Probably not. But I'm just saying, if it should happen, you're screwed because you don't have a website. You have a Shopify store owned by Shopify. And if at any time they decide they want to sell and the company they sell to decide we don't want them, you're screwed. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but take a look around you. I know a lot of people don't like, a lot of women especially don't like tech. You have to pay attention to these things because especially if you're building a business, what do you own? I look at people and they do a lot of stuff on YouTube, and then YouTube changes its algorithm. And then guess what happens? You get no views. All of these things, and you put a lot of time in it. And I guess that's just a part of the game. But for me, it's a little stressful. Like when I was all happy about OpenAI because of the ease of use, right? The things you could create. I was so excited about that. I'm talking about just 2 days prior. I was madly excited about that, only to come back and say, oh my God, what just happened? Like, what the freak just happened? Now it's like, I don't know what to do except for keep moving. So I just wanted to give you something to think about. Do you own your business as a founder and you have a board? Probably not. So do your due diligence before you even get a board. Think about what that looks like for you as a founder. Like, where are you going to go after that? I wrote a whole article about it. It's going to be on the website at goodmorninggwinnett.com. You can check out the article. There's FAQs there, things you should ask yourself. What does it look like? How should you be communicating? What things do you need to know before you bring on a board? That's really important, y'all. Really important. So if you have not taken a look at that, by all means, go to the website and give me about 20 minutes. I'm going to post it there. So then that way you can read the rest of the article. And listen, you just may need to get some real legal advice, like for real. Like that part is going to be important. Especially when you're talking about trying to scale a business, you're going to need a board trying to scale. And at some point when you start to get other people's money, you kind of lose the autonomy of being the owner. So just wanted to throw that out there. All right, listen, I'm going to go to my last song, then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Are you still loving the game? I know I don't. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day. Oh, 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 oh. Do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know I should. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah. And I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you.
got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration for the day. Here goes. It says, life persistent and most urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Let me say it again. Life persistent and most urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Dr. Martin Luther King said that, and that is a good question. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I know some people only thinking about themselves and what they're trying to do, for themselves, but sometimes you have to stop for a second and think about others. Sometimes you have to stop for a second and not treat people like a transaction. Sometimes you have to stop for a second and ask yourself, what is it all worth? What is it all for? I had this conversation with someone recently. We know a person who made a lot of money, like a lot. And it's crazy because they had so much money when they passed away that they could have did so much good while they were alive. Like so much good. And it's crazy because I'm sitting there thinking, we were talking about like, man, can you imagine all the good they could have done if they just did it? But they put the money into these places where it was hidden. Now they got people fighting over the money. And they're gone. And nothing was ever clearer than it was right then. You can't take it with you when you go. You cannot. And then you don't know whether or not the people that you leave behind are gonna do what your wishes were. So my question is, is what Dr. Martin Luther King, what are you doing for others like right now? Like if you're in a position to help somebody, by all means do. If it's not going to cost you and your family like extravagantly amounts of money or time or energy or resources, but you can help somebody, please do. I think about that person. That person could have helped the people in their family. Like immediate people like the kids, the grandkids, and they didn't help anybody. And the money is sitting somewhere where a greedy lawyer and an evil sister is just trying to destroy it. And now you can't help anybody because those people aren't the type of people to help folks. And it's sad, it's just sad to watch play out, and there's nothing you can do about it when it's not you. You know what I mean? So help somebody. Do something nice for somebody. If you can, then do. That's all I'm saying. Be grateful. Be thankful for all that you have. So all I got for you today could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 53 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, the article about today's topic is going to be on the website, so be sure to check it out in about 15 minutes. It'll be there. And also be sure to subscribe to the show if you never want to miss an episode of this show. And share the show with your friends. And listen, do me a favor, go over to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Good Morning Gwinnett. Good Morning Gwinnett. Good Morning Gwinnett. Also connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Good Morning Gwinnett. All right? I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. Until next time, my friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.